Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Madison Castillo, and currently I'm doing videos about motherhood. Since I just had a baby, he'll be 3 months old in like a week and a half. So I've been doing videos of that. I documented part of my pregnancy, and then I'm going to go into some lifestyle vlogs with my child. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about at least 15 things I wish I knew before having a baby as a first-time mom. So, welcome if you're a mom. Welcome to the club. Okay, let's get into this video. First, I would say you don't really need a lot of newborn clothes. Like, I didn't buy much of newborn clothes, but like I had people give me a lot of newborn clothes, which is nice, but I have way too many. He did not even like fit in some of them because of like the brands have different sizings. Each brand is different sizings and different weights for the baby. My baby was almost 9 pounds when he was born, so a lot of the clothes he couldn't wear unless it was Carter's. So he was only in probably, I would say, maybe some newborns for about a week, and then he was in 0 to 3 months, and he's almost 3 months, and he's already in 3 to 6 month clothes. So you could see why I would say don't get a lot of newborn clothes. And if they're newborn clothes, I would just recommend you only getting like sleepers, because that's what they're just mainly going to be in. Unless, I don't know, you want to dress up your kid, that's your choice. But I would just recommend just get sleepers, because you're just going to swaddle them. They're just going to mainly be sleeping most of the time, so it doesn't matter. The number 2 thing I wish I knew before having my child was definitely the first 2 months. Unless you're really going somewhere, they're mostly in sleepers or footies. So I wish I did get a lot of them, but I wish I got more than I did, but that's okay. And then my third thing was breastfeeding or formula. So whatever way you feed your kid is your choice. As long as they're fed, that is good. For me, I was a first-time mom. I took those lactation classes for breastfeeding, and they kind of make it seem easy. And then they told us to start pumping maybe like 3 to 4 weeks before we go back to work. But they didn't really tell us like you really need to start pumping like kind of right away, even if you're exclusively just breastfeeding, because I know I'm going to do more in-depth video about this, but it made me have a low supply of breast milk. So I had to start supplementing with formula. So it was just what was best for my child. So we do combo feeding. I mostly breastfeed him, and then he gets like about like 3 to 4 bottles of formula depending on the day. So that is what has worked for us. But I wish that they would tell you that it is a little bit hard. It hurts. I wish they taught you more about nipple shields, understanding how to really pump. And like I had the lactation consultant in the hospital come. She told me like, oh, my baby's latching perfect. But I still didn't understand why it was hurting so much. Like, yes, she said, oh, you could try nipple shields, but it'll be a lot harder because the baby will get too used to the nipple shields. But they didn't like really, I didn't really understand why. Like in my classes for lactation, they didn't talk more about the nipple shields. And they didn't really teach you about mastitis or clogged ducts, like how to treat them. But they just mainly taught you how to oh, this is what you need to do breastfeeding. And they didn't really tell you a lot of stuff about it. So that's what I wish I knew more about. Definitely with my next kid, I'm trying my best to just solely breastfeed. My fourth thing I wish I knew before having my little one was how to stand up to my family members about, or my husband's family members, about the beliefs about my child, like if I want it vaccinated, how I want it fed, if I want people to hold my baby or kiss my baby, just like what I'm feeling, how to express it. Also in a healthy way too. I'm still learning. Did not have a good way to do that with my family over Thanksgiving, so I'm still working on that. The fifth thing, my husband is really good at this, but is how to be respectful and kind to other people who are giving us advice about like childcare and raising a kid. Like how to like gently say, oh, thank you, we'll take that in like an advisement to see if it works for our family about how to raise the kid that way, and how to like respectfully, like I just like shut down. Like I'm like, I want to raise my kid how I want to raise it. I don't want to hear anyone's opinions. I just shut down. The sixth thing I wish I could ask, when, even if I had the boundary set, is when I need help. When it is needed. Like it might not be needed help with like watching the baby. Maybe I need help with the laundry. I do have a ton of laundry right here. But the dishes, I need help with food, cleaning, any of that help. I wish I did more of that. I wish I asked for help on more of that, so I could solely just bond with my baby. Number 7 is I did not know how intense my bond, especially after birth, would be to my child. Like the nurse took him for one test. I literally was crying after like she took him just to get a test for like just like 10 minutes. Then he was back. But I was crying because he was gone, out of my sight. Wasn't like taken away, but just like I couldn't see him, and I just did not like that. I just need him always to me. Number 8 is, I know people are like, oh, you're gonna have a hard time being able to sleep. Yes and no. But I wish I sometimes use the sleep to just like deprive better. Like, oh, he's asleep, I'm gonna sleep. Or if he's awake, my husband can take him and I can sleep, and then vice versa. Like we could just switch off. I wish we did that more. It would have helped a lot, but my husband really had to go back to work shortly after, so it kind of stunk. The 9th thing I wish I did was tracking my baby's feeding, sleeping, his napping, and his wake window. Like I knew there was apps, but I was not consistent to it because we were just like going place to place, and it was just so hard. But I wish I did that more. Number 10, I did not know that a baby, like the stress that you have from taking care of a baby all day and you being sleep deprived, is that your relationship can be affected. Like you're not having as much time together, you're stressed, you're angry, so you don't really have much time to really just bond between you and your significant other. Which also brings me to the next part, is number 11, is that you really don't really have much time on your own. I do right now just because he's asleep. You can kind of hear it in the background. He's in a swing, so it's making some noise. So you don't really have much time alone. Even when he's asleep and my husband's not here, it's like I can't take a shower because if I don't hear him, it'll make it hard. So I have to wait till my husband gets home. It's really hard to do cooking, cleaning if he's awake. I have to wait a lot of the time until he's asleep to do those, which is hard. And then my next part is learning the different cues of like his cries. Is he hungry? Like some of them are like the pre-clues of before he starts to cry. Is he hungry? Is he tired? Or is he just fussy? Is he gassy? Does he need a diaper change? Like you have to go through it all. Like you have to cross off it all just to find out what it is. The next one is number 13. I did not know that there was going to be a lot of washing of clothes, bottles, pump parts, and all of that. Like, I knew, yeah, you're going to have to wash, like, your clothes and his clothes. But I did not know, like, he could spit up. And you'll have to wash your clothes, your significant other's clothes, his clothes. Most of the time, except right now because I'm doing a video, we just don't have a shirt on. I'm just like in my bra in our house. Just because like he's just gonna spit up, so it just helps us with the laundry a little bit better. But you got to do what you have to do. I just didn't know, since he is like combo fed, sometimes I do put breast milk in a bottle or his formula in a bottle. I did not realize how many bottles you have to like constantly clean to be caught up. And then the pump parts you have to clean. So sometimes just like it builds up and it gets so tiring. It's like, oh, I have bottles to clean. I have this to do. And then, which segments to the next question that I wish I knew before having a kid was how to swaddle. Like, I've watched a lot of people swaddle, but I still could never do it. So it was, I could kind of swaddle. It's kind of hard. He doesn't really like being swaddled now that he's like almost 3 months. He sleeps in a sleep sack, so he didn't really like being in a swaddle because he wanted my arms out, but sometimes he liked it. But I wish someone would have taught me better that how to swaddle. And then number 15 is, I really wish, like they tell you like you need food and healthy food, but I really wish like I had a ton of healthy food, snacks, and not going from prenatal to like postnatal like right away. Like that you should not stop your prenatal vitamins. So just having a lot of food and snacks and like your vitamins all there so that you could just take them. And I don't know, I just wish there was like a class. I know there's classes for parenting, but they don't really do one of how to adjust from just being a couple to having a kid. I wish there was more like that. There's just birthing classes and lactation classes. I wish there was a little bit more. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope this has helped. I hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel and check out some of my previous videos. I also did a video about, I'll link it into my description down below, about things I wish I knew about labor. My next video will be about us moving into our current place. So, I hope you have a good day. Bye!